I wanted to come back out here today on Rancho del Arroyo and go after some huge pronghorn because we had quite a few opportunities out on our live stream this weekend, but we ended up not exactly making the greatest shots. So I really wanted to come back out here and try and find some good ones. But then something totally unexpected happened, and that was basically the exact moment that you're about to see. No way, no way, no way, no way, you guys. You are not gonna believe what we just found. Coming this direction here, we have a giant diamond pronghorn antelope. He's coming right towards us here. We're trying to slide over. I honestly barely had time to start recording, and we're gonna try and get up on top of this wall here and see if we can't get lucky enough to spot this giant diamond pronghorn antelope coming right towards us here. All right, so we're on the rock wall. Let's go prone because he is right down below us. They're calling down over there. What do we have right here? A big four. Holy, a big four. Okay, guys. This is the absolute jackpot here. Look at all the pronghorn coming in. Now, we gotta pay attention to where they go, because where they go is where our giant pronghorn is gonna be. That's a solid looking pronghorn there. And another one. Like, are you kidding me? Holy. I guess it's all about the time. So the time right now is 18:30 and the pronghorn are down here. I would assume that they should be drinking. And so ideally, I'd rather not try and take them right now. Right now is fine, but I don't want to get them any later than right now. Anyways, I keep losing. Oh, there they are. There they are. Right there, right there, right there, right there. Okay. So that is why we never saw the diamond potential, because he went behind that ridge there and they're basically cutting down over here. Dude, that's 60 yards out from us. That's in range for a shot, but we still don't know exactly where our giant diamond potential pronghorn went. I haven't seen him in a long time. I don't even know if you guys even saw him. I was trying to hit the record button and for some reason my Windows button wasn't working. And then I thought, oh geez, this is not happening. And finally it started working, but at that point we already lost sight of that pronghorn. Okay, that's a massive four. That's actually diamond potential right there. I mean, look at the size of the tops on that thing there. Wow. I believe that should be a diamond. So that means we actually have two giant diamond potential pronghorn antelope in one spot. Wow. I'm thinking about maybe trying to get out here early in the morning, or at least in the afternoon, somewhere around 1600. Because I believe I know where they're feeding. I bet they're feeding right here. Oh my god, I think we know where they're feeding. I bet they're feeding right here, and they're coming on down here to get a drink right down here. That is probably what's happening. So since they're feeding here from 9 until 12, they probably feed here as well until around like 1600, and then they come down here to get a drink. So basically our goal is to try and figure out where they're coming across and get set up in a spot where we can take the shot. All right, so there we go. We know they're definitely drinking down here. We got one spotted down there about 330 yards out from us here. Now, if he's drinking there, then this one should be drinking right here. I was hoping we'd find a spot where he was actually drinking, but that does not seem to be the case. However, we do know exactly where he's gonna be. Right down here at this boat. You know what I was just thinking? He's actually gonna come probably right down here to less than 20 yards out from this boat. That means we could potentially hunt him from out of that boat. Now, are we gonna do that? I don't know, because honestly, we barely even got that 160 buck here at 20 yards out because he was so hesitant and he knew something was up. So I couldn't even imagine that a huge diamond potential pronghorn is going to come out right past 20 yards out and just let us take the shot. I mean, right now we'd have a perfect wind and it might work, but I don't know. I think that's just way too risky. It's an option though. Like if we can't get him, you know, out in the desert when he comes across that desert there, then we could always try this in the end because we know he's gonna come here eventually. So at least we have an option. But for now, like I said before, I think that's going to be our main plan, is to go out here, set up a tripod, figure out exactly where he's coming across here from, and try and take him down from out of the tripod. All right, guys, so it's the next morning now, and we're over here scouting out this spot. Now, right out there, we just spotted a pronghorn feeding at about 350 yards. So to me, I would say that that's probably where they're going to come from, right there. And eventually they're going to work their way down through this valley here, out to this lake, and get a drink. So we have another option is right here to set up on top of this little ridge, which that is basically where those two cross there. Remember that one was at like 60 yards? Well, it crossed right there. So if we were on top of that ridge, we'd be looking down. You're talking within about a 20-yard shot. Now, I'm thinking we might put a tripod right up there, and from there, we'll be able to watch this whole ravine, no problem at all. But we got to make sure that this is the herd that our giant pronghorn is in. And also another thing that I'm noticing now is that we don't have a very good wind, but at the same time it is early in the morning right now, so there's still quite a bit of time before they start to go down there and feed, or I should say drink. God, you guys, there he is! There he is! Did you see that? Oh, all we could see was his horns. We couldn't even see the whole thing, and we spotted him, and that's him. He's calm right there, 300 yards out from us. So that means he is definitely feeding in this zone. Oh my God, I am so happy about this here. We literally just scouted out our giant diamond pronghorn. And that thing is massive. Okay, so he's gonna be there. And then, just like I said before, he's gonna come on down right through this valley. So now, all we gotta do is pick the best spot. All right, if I was a pronghorn and a giant, which direction would I go? And I'd probably stay right down here, hog tight to the edge of this brush, and then slip right down in here without anyone even seeing me. Which is exactly what he just did. So by the time he gets to here, he's probably gonna want to turn to the right. And when he does that, there's no way that's 100 yards. How far is that? It's 100 yards, huh? Well, if he's 100 yards, he's not quite in range. But I'm thinking that if he goes through here, just maybe, we could have our tripod set up right here. Right on that ridge top right there, and he could walk past within 20 yards out from us. So they're going to be coming from right there, 300 yards out. I'm thinking this spot right here is absolutely perfect, because if he goes to the right, we'll be able to see him right there. If he goes left, we'll be able to see him cross all the way through here. So I feel like this has to be the location we set up our tripod. Holy, look at what we just found over here. We're over here trying to grab a tripod now. And right in front of us, there happens to be a beautiful whitetail buck there. So since we have the Hawkeye bow, I don't see why we wouldn't try for a pretty epic shot here at about 150 yards. He's quartering directly at us, but if we hold tight to that front shoulder there, we should be able to make this happen. Definitely not going to be using the recurve. All right, 150 yards. 155. The shot was high. We shot high. Did you see that? Not exactly sure why that shot was high, to be honest. But looks like we might get lucky enough to get a second chance. 155. That's exactly how far he is. I mean, he's angled perfectly right now. So if he calms down a little bit, we'll be able to take that shot, but There's really no reason to shoot high, except for, I kind of forgot, we usually do shoot a little bit high. So how about we try and zero in for 152, and then hold for that shot. Oh! We smoked him. The shot looks a little bit high. Not gonna lie about that. The shot looks a tad bit high. Actually, a pretty good bit high. But it's weird because I was holding for the heart and I was zeroed in for 150. So I feel pretty confident that we did in fact get double lung and spine. That's what I'm saying. There's another good buck over there too though. Out there at 160. Yeah, that's a 200 plus. I would love to take a shot on that thing. Let's see if it's possible. So let's zero in for 157. Got him. Nice! He's down! Oh, what a sick shot that was right there. Man, that was awesome. Quartering away, I held kind of far back to compensate for that quarter and a little bit low. And we let one fly, and I think we hit right on the money. Because he did go 20 yards and tipped over. Alright guys, well we've had a pretty awesome start so far. But now we're going to get our tripod and get back to our mission. Which is, get set up for that giant die potential pronghorn. But first, we're going to go over here and take a look at these nice bucks. Either way, that first shot was awesome. The fact that we dropped him at 150 yards, it was awesome. Whether we got spine or not, that's besides the fact. Okay, so we got another pronghorn out here. We want to check that out too first. This desert is loaded with pronghorn lately, and I'm loving it. So, in case you're wondering why we're not using a rifle right now, it's because we don't have a rifle. We have only the Hawkeye bow and the Recurve, as well as the 10mm. I can't see that pronghorn. There it is. It's a level 3. Okay. So anyways, we pulled off a couple pretty epic shots with the Hawkeye bow. And now let's go down here and take a look. Alright, here we go. Let's find out how we did. So here's the big buck that we took at 150, and that looks like a spinal cord shot. Well, like I said, that's not what's important. What's important is we made a pretty awesome shot. So let's pick up this buck here first. Actually, no, let's pick that one second because this one is not going to count for a gold. Got him in the spinal cord at 155, and we reserved him for 150. I was holding for the heart. Man, we barely missed a lung there. Still an epic shot. I will absolutely take that. And a 213 whitetail buck. But then this shot here was epic. I want to find out how we did there. 164 yard shot and a 201 gold. That shot was so perfect. It wasn't even funny. Look at the angle that that buck was at there. Even to take a shot like that at under 50 yards would have been super, super impressive. And we pulled off that shot at 165 yards. Beautiful gold 201 whitetail buck. All right, guys, here we are back at the original location where we spotted that giant pronghorn, and we're going to set up our tripod. What's interesting is we can still only see one pronghorn from here. We can only see that level 2. Now, we know for a fact there's like 5 or 6 pronghorn feeding out in this one spot here because we saw the 5 and there's a giant 4 in that herd as well. So that's quite interesting, the fact that we can only see one. So it's actually a little more difficult than I thought to set up the tripod here. I tried to put it to 3 different locations here, and oh, there's a spot way up there, but that's too far away. We need to be right down here, right on this point. Oh, ho, 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 ho. There we go. That is a perfect spot. All right, so we'll get up in here and we'll have a pretty epic view, if I do say so myself. And they're going to be coming from right over there. Wow. This is going to work out pretty awesome. So basically what they should be doing is they should come down here, or at least what they did, and then they got all the way to this point here. And once they got to here, they cross left right over here. And if they cross left, they're going to come out less than 40 yards out from us right here. And then go right down back behind that hill, down in to get a drink. So basically either they'll go to the right side of us and cross right here, which will be 20 yards out, or they'll go to the left side of us and cross right here, which will be 20 yards out. I can't imagine they're going to go anywhere else, but you never know what's going to happen. All I know is I'm super pumped to find out. So let's get back here a little bit later on in the afternoon and wait for this giant pronghorn to step into range. All right, guys, here we go. We fast forward the time to 1700 at night, and we basically have about 40 minutes for them to start moving. We got our tripod set up right here, and this is what we're going to be looking at for the next hour. Our tripod is actually in a pretty sweet spot, and I'm quite liking that. All right, here we go. Here we go. And we're in. Now we wait. Whoa, 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 we got whitetail here. We got whitetail right on top of us here, guys. I don't know where they came from, but we got whitetail right here. Looks like so far it's just a doe. We'll have to be very cautious of them as well, because they could easily blow our cover. We got a bad wind. A real bad wind. We're gonna have to do something about that, because that is not gonna cut it. If the wind shifts, we might be all right, but at this point here, it is not looking good. We still have a good hour though, so we'll see what happens. Oh my God, you guys, look at what's coming in right now. I barely had time to start recording, and holy, look at the size of that pronghorn. That is not even the 5, but it's a giant 4. But I'm pretty sure the 5 is actually out in the front. Now, if we're lucky enough, we might even potentially be able to get 2. I'm not going to hold my breath for it, but if it happens, it happens. All right, guys, now we got to pay extremely close attention to these pronghorn here and follow exactly where they're heading. So it looks like they're kind of coming to the right side of us, which is going to be perfect. And they might come past right here, which will put them at 20 yards out from us. But we got a 3 out in the front, and then there's a couple more in the back. The big 4 is right in the middle. Now, I haven't actually seen the 5 yet. At least not to... Okay. Dude, this is so perfect. Oh my God. Look at this. Wow. Talk about a perfect, absolutely epic setup on these pronghorn. They're going to come right past us. Okay. Oh my God. Here he comes. Here he comes, guys. Big 4 coming out. 40 yards out from us. He's coming right past. Here we go. Here we go. So our shot's going to be 20. All right, let's draw back. Dude, he's not stopping. He's not stopping. Got him! Holy, what an epic shot! You gotta be kidding me! What a freaking incredible shot! Quartering away. Took him at about 35 yards. Right over the top of that one pronghorn. Okay, so here comes the whitetail. Now, where is our giant pronghorn? Where is he? He never showed himself today. And I don't exactly know why. He should have definitely been in that herd. Well, at least we know the exact path that these pronghorn are gonna go. They're gonna go right here, and it's a perfect setup that we have our tripod here, but maybe we'll want to be back just a touch to like right there, so that when they, I mean, that's still a perfect setup. Like, how can you beat that? But I just wish that pronghorn would have slowed down just a little bit, you know? Just a little bit. And he finally did. But not till he was about 32 yards out right there. Boy, we put that thing right on the money. Look where we hit that thing. Centered him perfectly, but he was quartering almost directly away from us. And that is a vital hit right there. Okay, we should probably get ready now, because any second, this giant level 5 diamond potential pronghorn should be coming in. Oh my god. There he is right there. Where'd he even come from? Holy, it's him. Holy, it's him. Okay, guys, this time we gotta do everything we possibly can to get him to slow down. Now, I'm pretty sure I remember what button to push to be able to blow the whistle. So if we absolutely have to, we can do that. But he is coming in less than 60 yards out. Oh my god. All right, guys, let's get ready. Now we know when he comes out, he's gonna be 20 yards out from us. Smoked him! Yes! He's going down! We got him! Oh my god, we doubled up, baby. Out of a tripod, 2 giant diamond potential pronghorn, down with the recurve bow. I pulled back just a tad too soon there. He went to that brush and I thought, wait a second. If he steps out right there and he's still going that slow, we're taking that shot. We drew back and let one fly right on his front shoulder there and smoked him. So they're both down. We got them both down. All right, let's go over here and take a look at this giant pronghorn. It's actually a huge level 4 and it is diamond potential. Here he is laying right here. We made a super, super epic shot and I am so proud of this moment right here. But let's pick him up. It's gonna be a gold. It's still a giant gold. 92.82. Pulled off a super, super epic shot at 31 yards. Tucked it right behind that front shoulder there. What an incredible shot placement on that pronghorn. I am so proud of that shot there. But what an awesome set of horns on this thing. Look at how tall those things are. Holy. I'm a little bit surprised that he didn't make diamond, but he's still an absolute stud of a pronghorn buck. And those horns look so cool. Wow, such a giant buck. I am so proud to have that thing. And not only that, I do think that this is actually our biggest pronghorn buck with a new camo Hoyu recurve bow. So up until this point here, this is our biggest one of all time. He ended up weighing 132.53 pounds. And we took him at 31 yards with the Hoyu recurve bow. Made a super epic shot. Now let's go over and go take a look at how big our giant diamond pronghorn is going to be. All right, guys, let's go over here and go take a look. Holy, take a look at this. What a shot right on the front shoulder of that thing. Unbelievable. Look at the size of the horns. We got him. Let's pick him up, guys. Let's pick him up. It's going to be a diamond, a 100.2. Pulled off a right lung shot at 22 yards out as he was coming at us. Beautiful, beautiful shot right there. Smoked him, and a giant diamond out of that. 100.20. What a sweet looking set of horns on that thing right there. Oh, that was epic. Oh man, that was so perfect. Wow, how cool does that look? And take a look at this little dark spot on the side of his head there as well. He's a sweet, sweet looking pronghorn, and he's an absolute giant. I cannot wait to put him in our trophy lodge. All right, guys, we got him mounted. There we go. There we go. Took him at 22 yards with the recurve bow. All right, guys, I want to show you the exact location where we took down those two pronghorns so you can figure out here. We're kind of in the middle end of the map. I guess like southwest end of the map by El Portero. And there's an outpost right here, Casa de los Vesgas. And we set up our tripod about 150 yards out from this outpost right here. The pronghorn we're feeding out here by Jora de Diablo. And basically, they're probably resting over here. And so towards the evening, they come over here and they want to get a drink. So that's when they come past. And that is when we took them as they crossed right past us right here to end up down here to get a drink. It ended up working out so perfectly. The first one would have been a little bit better if he would have slowed down just a tad bit sooner. But I mean, we still pulled off a super epic shot. So yeah, that's where it was right there. All right, guys, welcome back to our trophy lodge. Now, we ended up actually getting both of those pronghorn mounted because I thought it'd be so cool to have both of them. The fact is, they're both giants. They're absolute beasts of pronghorn bucks. And so we got the big gold right here, the 92 scoring gold. We put him right here. And our monster 100.20 scoring diamond pronghorn buck we put right here. Man, does he look incredible. Take a look at this. We put him in this room here with all these animals. Our rare albino gold brown bear, piebald coyote, biggest gold wildebeest of all time, 40 scoring gold. I mean 40 scoring diamond wildebeest, and then our diamond bobcat and the bighorn diamond bighorn sheep. But yeah, he looks incredible, and that was probably one of our most memorable bow hunts that we'll ever have in Call of the Wild. Like, I know you guys watch a lot of videos and you think, oh yeah, so it just works like that every time. But what you don't realize is usually during my bow hunts, it takes me like 6 or 7 attempts to try and get one. And in this case here, we had one attempt and they came out so perfectly. Like exactly where we wanted them to come out. Ended up taking them both down within 20 yards with a shot with the recurve. Like, that just doesn't happen ever. I can't even get them with a compound bow within 80 yards sometimes. And to have both these giant pronghorn come in less than 20 yards out in range for a shot with the recurve and just absolutely make beautiful shots on both of them. Yeah, it's a super special moment. And so because of that, that's probably never going to happen again. Something like that, to be able to take down both of them from one single spot within about 10 minutes apart. It's unbelievable. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for all the support and the comments and feedback as well. You guys are all amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. I suppose I probably could have showed you guys the score. 100.20 right there. What a beautiful, beautiful pronghorn.